went through the comments that you guys left on my last video, and I now have about a page and a half of video ideas that I very much intend on making. Because you guys, first of all, are batshit nuts. Every single one of you, you're all crazy. I love you very much, and now understand exactly why you're here. I also made a smaller list of suggestions that I felt I could address in one video. Time, as I'm sure we're all aware, is a construct, so the history of clocks is basically just a bunch of pocket watch manufacturers sitting around on a giant throne of lies. What we know today as Belgium was a bunch of different stuff mixed in with like the Netherlands, and that whole region was basically just a higgledy-piggledy mess, right? Which is the technical historical term. I learned that at university. In the very end of the 18th century, so we're talking like, I want to say 1792 onward, so after the French Revolution, which kicked off in 1789. France was led by Napoleon at this point because he'd kind of taken over, even though they were like, yo, we don't want a king or anything, that's why we're having a revolution, and Napoleon's like, yo, I'm like 4 feet tall, so it doesn't even count. Anyway, so France and Austria were fighting amongst themselves over who got the territory around what we know today as the Netherlands, and Belgium came under that umbrella. Now at one point, I don't know what that point was, I think it was maybe 1794, but like this is all ballpark figures, like don't literally write an essay on this, this is just talking about Poirot so I can explain him to you. They split up the territory that we know now as like Belgium and the Netherlands, and France got a chunk of it to control, and France was in control of this part of Belgium for I want to say about 20 years until Napoleon kind of like scampered off around 1814 or 1815. Not all of Belgium is actually predominantly French speaking, and Poirot is either from a part of Belgium that has very solidly retained its Frenchness, or alternatively he just wants to seem more mysterious, so he puts it on and is a massive liar. I don't like birds. We all probably know at this point that I don't like birds. I don't like anything that flies as a general rule, and obviously ostriches I don't believe can fly, but they can flap and they do have beaks and weird claw feet. So I'm not loving them. I don't want to offend you. I can see that they're cool because they're giant running birds, right? But like as far as having one near me goes, I'd prefer that to never happen. Side note, when someone pronounces the word emu as emu, I laugh for about 20 minutes, because what the fuck is an emu? Anyway, a lot of you wanted to know what my problem is with Martha from High School Musical, and it's just her demeanor. Like, Sussy and I have a very specific demeanor that when we observe that someone has it, we just hate them so much. Like, and if I met Martha, I wouldn't like actively hate at her, because I'm not unhappy within myself, so I don't feel the need to like project that hate onto other people, but just when I see her, it makes me really angry. Like her first impression during Stick to the Status Quo in the first High School Musical movie was not great. She's all like, look at me and what do you see? Intelligence beyond compare. And I'm like, bitch, that is like not even in the top 100 things that I see when I look at you. Like, I'm sorry, you're not intelligent beyond compare. Don't give your smug little gaze in your button-down shirt around the cafeteria while everyone else is just trying to share their passions and you're trying to bring them down by saying you're smarter than everyone else. Like, you're not, Martha, you're not. And then Martha was not even meant to be a freaking main character, right? Because you can't even say, like, she had a part in Stick to the Status Quo, yeah, but so did the guy who liked to play the cello. I would much rather have had him come in and work at Lava Springs with the rest of the gang during summertime in the second High School Musical movie than Martha. She just is sassy in the wrong way. You know what I mean? And she didn't need to be a main character. She really didn't. I very much love cheese. What I get angry about is cheese prices. I had to start paying for my own groceries, and I realized that bocconcini costs like $8 for a punnet, and bocconcini is a kind of cheese that goes off very quickly, so you have to eat it as soon as you get it, basically. Or like, it's a waste. You end up spending like $20 on freaking bocconcini, and it's like you could just not buy bocconcini, Maddie, but then it's like, no, I can't just not buy bocconcini because I was raised in a middle-class private school, and so I need to eat bocconcini with tomato and avocados. And in salads. This is why society's economic structure works the way it does, because if you're raised in a certain kind of background, you realize very quickly that you need to start earning a certain level of money to maintain your cheese lifestyle. To play us out today, I'm going to fulfill a request by Judas, otherwise known as the commenter formerly known as my number 2 fan. Number 1 is me. She requested that I create a mashup of Beauty and a Beat by Justin Bieber and the actual song from Beauty and the Beast. Ask and ye shall receive. this time. True as it can be, then all I need is a beauty and a beat to make my life complete. What you got, a million could have never bought. Oh, we're gonna party like it's 3012.